my friends. Today we are going to talk about the letter T. And my name is Shirley Gaither. Welcome to Kids Reading. My goal here is to help as many people as I can learn how to teach their children and other children to learn how to read. So there's links in the descriptions for the products we're using today. I'll tell you all the products that I got for free. And so today we're going to start with the letter T. You always need to go over the basics before you do all the fun items. The fun items are just a reinforcement. So when we start a new letter, I introduce it and I say, today children, we're going to learn the letter T. What sound are we going to learn? T. And letter T makes a t, t, t sound. And then I have them say it. What sound does T make? T, t, t. And then I have like in t, t, timer. Now it's very important when you first introduce a letter and as you review the letter, you use the same picture and the same letters. So they associate the letter T with a t, t, timer. If you change the picture every single time when you're doing the basics, they will get very confused. Now, our goal in Kids for Reading and 5 Easy Steps to Reading is to use all 5 senses. If you use all 5 senses, the children will retain what they've been taught, they will remember it, they will learn, and they will love learning. So the next thing we do after we introduce it is we do a sound bag. Now, Lakeshore Learning, and I don't have a link for this, I'm sure it's in Amazon somewhere, I'll try and find one. There are little items that begin with T, or the t, t, t sound. You know what? These are kind of expensive. I would just go around my house and I would find everything I can that begins with the t, 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 or the letter T sound, and we put them in a bag. Then I have a child come up and reach in without looking, because this is the feel sense, and they try and guess what it is that begins with the t, t, t sound. I think it's a t, t, turkey. Oh, I was right. A t, t, turkey. If they don't get it, you just say, let's say they would feel for something and they would say a ball. I would say, oh, it's a t, 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 tomato. I would never say how they've done it wrong. So anyway, that's the sense of feel. And then we go on to hearing and seeing and touching. And this is when we write the letter T. So in the book, 5 Easy Steps to Reading has a sheets for every letter of the alphabet. So if they're in preschool, I would have them trace over it. If they're 3-year-olds, I would make some more and have them trace over it. 4-year-olds, I would have them trace over it and then try and make their own. Kindergarten, the same thing. As they make the letter T, they say, T says T, T says T, T says T, T says T. So you can see and hear all the senses that they are learning with. Then we always introduce the letter T and lowercase t, and then we put it in a bag. And I will have a video that shows you what we do with all the letters that we've put in this bag. Then there is a worksheet, and that is also with every letter of the alphabet, and it's the letter T. And they glue it on to the t, t, turkey. And I always go over it, and I try and emphasize the ones so they'll know the ones to cut out without saying it. Shirt, t, t, tent, t, t, television, t, t, tie, t, t, tent, bear, t, t, tomato, t, t, turtle, t, tongue, t, tape, and flowers. Then they cut out everything that begins with a t, t, t sound and glue it on. Then I usually have some books from scholastic.com book clubs that tell a story about the letter T. Today, I do not have that story. Some of the books have been lost in my collection, so I'm going to make up a story, and you can do that. So I would make up a story about tattling turtle who always tattles and gets into trouble. Make sure as you tell the story and you use the words that begin with letter T that you always make the sound. Otherwise, it's just a story to the children. All right. Then, the best of all is the food part of it. So today we have some tater tots. And I have some ketchup you can dip it in. I have some ranch you can dip it in, or you can mix it together and make some fry sauce. And that is the best part. Then, this is a board that you can get on Amazon or Lecture Learning, and I've left the link in the descriptions. And you can notice that I've started with the letter T, and I've made a pattern. I'm involving math with the lettering, and you can do that on a lot of them. You could even count how many there are, but for our purpose today, we're going to make the letter T. So I'm going to put this down a little bit, the camera, so you'll be able to see what we're doing. And it just drills in, and you make the letter T and make sure that they follow the pattern. And then I would do it on the other side, and I would have the letter T. I always work with lowercase t instead of uppercase T. Uppercase T seems to be, and uppercase letters seem to be easy for them to recognize. Lowercase letters, not so much. And there we have the letter T. Then we have some pattern blocks, and I got these worksheets off of Teacher Pay Teacher. They cost me about $1 to get a whole bunch of the same letter, the letter T. And I finished making this. We can make the letter T with play foam. We can make the letter T with Play-Doh. And here we have a crown with the letter T, and they glue things on it, and then they can wear that all day. So thanks so much for joining me today. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Do as much as you can with the same letter and the same sound. And try and get this out to as many people as we can. Thanks so much.